Thrilled to welcome all of you to the White House today and the signing of the Hatch-Goodlatte, you know Hatch and you know Goodlatte, don't you? Music Modernization Act. This is a landmark bill. They've been looking for it for many, many years to protect the intellectual property and creative genius of America's incredible musicians. The Music Modernization Act closes loopholes in our digital royalty laws to ensure that songwriters, artists, producers, and providers receive fair payment for licensing of music. I've been reading about this for many years. Never thought I'd be involved in it, but I got involved in it. They were treated very unfairly. They're not going to be treated unfairly anymore. It's my honor hearing about it for so many years, and we're finally getting it done. And these people are going to become even richer than they are, but that's okay. Because they really were. They were treated very unfairly. A lot of people got nothing. They'd do an incredible song and they'd end up getting nothing. They'd create some of the most incredible music, some great music, and they would not be able to benefit. And that always sounded very unfair, and that's why you had a unanimous consent.
Says he's not playing politics by working with Donald Trump on his billion-dollar platinum plan for Black Americans. The 51-year-old revealed he spoke with Democrats and Republicans to represent his plan, which aims to invest $500 billion into Black communities, with only the Trump administration agreeing to meet with him before the election. The artist said he sat down with Trump's advisor Jared Kushner for 3 hours about the proposal. Ice Cube spoke with Fox News' Chris Wallace, where he slammed Democratic critics for telling him to shut up and vote for Biden.
Democrats, they got every Black celebrity and on their team, so they just figure, tell Q to shut the up and vote.
That is when the backlash started. Some people called you a sellout. Some people said you were working with the dark side.
But to sit down with that man who only uses Black people for caricatures, only for backdrops, only for photo ops, it is insulting.
I told everybody that, I'm not playing politics with this. I'm willing to meet with anybody who could bring this to life and make it a reality.
And Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has come under fire today for suggesting Black Americans need to want to be more successful in order for the US president's policies to help them.
The thing we've seen in a lot of the Black community, which is mostly Democrat, is that President Trump's policies are the policies that can help people break out of the problems that they're complaining about, but he can't want them to be successful more than they want to be successful. And what you're seeing throughout the country now is a groundswell of support in the Black community, because they're realizing that all the different bad things that the media and the Democrats have said about President Trump are not true. And so they're seeing that he's actually delivered, he's put up results, and a lot of people want to get on board to start working with President Trump.
Mr. Kushner's remarks have drawn swift criticism from Democrats. Virginia Congressman Don Beyer accused him of casual racism, and California Representative Barbara Lee said he was the face of white privilege and nepotism. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany issued a statement defending Kushner, saying his remarks have been taken out of context by internet trolls. Very disrespectful, and having Ice Cube's backing, now he thinks he can say whatever he wants, one Twitter user wrote. And another said Jared Kushner looked down a live news camera and told the American people and the world watching that Black Americans do not want to be successful. Vote that entire...
Officials be at the rally tomorrow?
There will be several White House officials at the rally tomorrow.
Will those officials, or will you be there, for example?
I will be there.
Will you and other White House officials be wearing masks at the rally?
It's a personal choice. I won't be wearing a mask. I can't speak for my colleagues.
And why won't you wear a mask? Is it sort of a personal political statement? Is it because the president would be disappointed in you if you don't wear a mask?
It's a personal decision. I'm tested regularly. I feel that it's safe for me not to be wearing a mask, and I'm in compliance with CDC guidelines, which are recommended but not required.
I'm just careless about, my concerns for the virus. I just refuse to live in fear. You know what I mean? I'd rather prepare. And when I say prepare, some people feel like that's a mask. I myself have a perspective that I'd rather boost my immune system to defend me against COVID should I come in contact with it. rather than wear a mask and hide in fear of coming in contact with it. Guess what? So out of 13 COVID,
my girl, what the hell is you talking about? Well, first of all, I want to go to Politico. Politico is the name of a website, okay? Media bias and fact check. You know, you can go online to see how reputable or credible, you know, a site, a business, a person, anything is. And so this particular website has been already talked about. They've already laid out how they feel about it. And so factual reporting, how do they rate on a scale of low to high on factual reporting? It is high. If you were to go look into all of the different publications, who they have different links with, ties to, who is funded by, ownership, and all of that other stuff, you can go and check it out. They said failed fact checks, none to date. I just want to make sure that you understand that when I'm showing you something, especially something as serious as this, when tensions are very high, that I'm sure about it. Not maybe, baby, okay? If YouTube is acting up, don't worry about it. I'm recording anyway, and I can re-upload it so that y'all don't have any skips or anything else like that. All right? So we're already on Twitch. So if you're having a problem on YouTube because Sean Carter is mad that we finna have a talk, oh well. And we'll upload it later. The show must go on. The show must go on. So everybody go to Twitch if you're having an issue with YouTube, because I'm not finna stop. All right, you guys. So like I said, I just wanted y'all to know that the website that actually put out the list, which I'm going to be highlighting with this exclusive information, they are absolutely factual, okay? So let's go ahead and get into receipts, and then we'll have a talk. So, as you know, in the business, there is a list. There's always a list. There's always a paper trail. There's always somebody that heard something, somebody that had a phone call. Like, it's just always something, right? Well, as with everything in the world, there was a trail about all of the people that were asked to support Donald Trump this year in the election. And so let me go ahead and show y'all how that damn list looks. So this list was updated today. And as you can see, we have columns that say celebrity name, their status, additional notes, and the demographic. So we got Lil Baby. He says pending answer. Lil Uzi Vert, pending answer. Lil Wayne, maybe. They're waiting on a follow-up. He stated that he doesn't like Republicans, but he hasn't.
With just 4 days till the U.S. election, Donald Trump has gotten another seal of approval from a black male rapper. This time it's Lil Wayne. So there's Lil Wayne at the White House meeting Trump, big smiles on their faces. He was very happy with what Trump had to say about giving money to the black community after he's elected for a second term, if he's elected for a second term.
That's right. Yeah, Lil Wayne tweeted, just had a great meeting with Donald Trump. Beside what he's done so far with criminal reform, the Platinum Plan is going to give the community real ownership. He listened to what we had to say today and he assured will and can get it done.
Yes, of course, there's lots of reaction to this.
And for pending answers, that could be somebody who didn't get back to him, who saw it, and they don't give enough of a fuck. I'm not like taking those and holding any value in them. The maybe follow-up is different. The pending answer, that's different. Okay, so we got Cardi B, Beyonce, Eminem, Roddy Ricch, Ariana Grande, and Garth Brooks that are pending. You have all these other people pending. I'm going to spare you. And I want to go ahead and get to page 21. On page 21, as you can see, it says Jay-Z, Sean Corey Carter. It says maybe follow-up, manager talking to him. Reconsider depending on who signs. Reconsider depending on who signs. So, wait a minute. If Jay-Z so for the people, and it's all about Donald Trump needing to get the fuck up out of here and nominating, a black woman into that vice presidential seat and, having Joe Biden get up there because you believe in him and all that other shit, what you mean, manager talking to him and he willing to reconsider based on who signed?
self-responsibility and accountability to be educated and empowered with our vote.
So what's the goal for our Black Party?
Our Black Party's number one goal is to unify behind a Black agenda. That's it. You could be a part of the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, you could be an independent, but if you Black, you wasn't born Republican, you wasn't born Democrat, you wasn't born independent, you was born Black. And we have to seize our political power because it'll just be more the same. Being pushed this way, being pushed that way, and we expecting
a different result.
But the definition of insanity is like doing the same thing over and over the same way, expecting a different result, and it's not gonna happen. So we have to change the tone. We gotta start with us stepping up and really taking the responsibility and accountability to be a part of this political movement.
The hardest part of that is going to be getting other Black people to buy into it.
This is not for all Black people. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the scary ones. This is for the ones that want to move things forward and want to get to the smoke. A Black person spends an average of like 5 hours on Instagram a day. If you could give Instagram that time, 15 minutes you could give to educating yourself. And our Black Party's that platform. So when we get down to the local elections, when we get down to the school board, we get down to the judges and the justices, that's so confusing for us. We've never played this game. This is another level of gangster. But I played this game before, you know? I started in 2004 with Vote or Die, and this is the evolution of that thought, of that empowerment, of that independence, of us taking self-accountability so we're not caught with our pants down like this election. Right now, we're not gonna get nothing. We caught with our pants down. We're not organized, we're not ready to really take this on.
Hold up, let me ask you, what's the difference between Vote or Die Diddy and Hold Your Vote Diddy? And what occurred between those two phases that made the change happen?
I went through the experience of politics. I played the game with the Democratic Party. The people that I went and campaigned for, after they got elected, I don't feel like they really did anything to change the reality of Black people. Like I was blessed enough
hell out to vote, because if I don't get Iowa, I won't believe that one. I may never have to come back here again if I don't get Iowa. I'll never be back. You understand that, Kim? Hey, you know, it's windy as hell out here. Is that sun hot or what? What the hell do you think I'm doing here on a freezing night with 45-degree winds? It's freezing and it's raining. Nobody told me you're gonna have 40-mile-an-hour winds today. Would somebody give me a hat? I'm out here. What the hell time is it? And it's freezing. I could have left here a half an hour ago. I'm standing here freezing. We're all freezing our asses off. And I'm sitting in the hottest sun I've ever felt. At least you're down there with each other. I'm all up here and that wind is blowing. Nice trucks. You think I could hop into one of them?